Merlin's beard.
Like, what?
I'm just testing the waters on some new catchphrases.
What? Are you being fucking serious?
I've been working on the
Did you make that up? Merlin's beard?
And I've been doing some research.
On what?
We'll get to it.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Hello. Welcome to Did You Mean to Say That? The podcast where we did not mean to say that. I'm your co-host, Bobby.
And I'm your co-host, Erin.
Welcome to our 6th episode.
Welcome to our 6th episode. Which, by the way, guys, just thanks for watching.
Mm-hmm.
We have gotten such good feedback. I feel like we're gaining new fans every week.
We
It's
really
just
are.
really cute. I really appreciate everyone who's tuning in.
I really do too.
Texting us, telling us you've listened. It's awesome. And Chloe said that our last episode, she was like, I was cracking up the whole time. I felt like I was hanging out with you guys. It was so cute. And that's
how we want you guys to feel.
a lot of people have said that to me. It feels like I'm hanging out with you guys. And I'm like, that's so cute.
And we wish
so
that they
happy.
were all hanging out
I know.
with us.
I wish we had a live studio audience of 15 people.
You guys literally can come watch us film sometime.
Come
anyone is
whenever.
welcome. Well,
I'll just go ahead and cut that. They probably wouldn't shut the fuck up, though.
Oh, I would get stern. I'd be like, quiet on set.
Quiet on set.
So we filmed our last episode last Wednesday. And we're filming today on Sunday. So this one's going to come out 2 days after we film, which we hope, which is the quickest that we've done that.
We'll see what our editor can do.
But it's crazy how much I change every episode. I'm like, oh, I forgot about him. When I watched
last week?
Yeah, from last Wednesday.
Yeah, so because it was a longer time in between when we filmed, it's normally a little shorter. We just have a lot to update you on. We've been through a lot since Wednesday.
We've been through a lot. Maddie Getz and I went to see Lana Del Rey. Abby Lynn went as well with one of her friends who was really nice. I just have to shout her out because she drove us to and fro.
How was it?
Oh my God.
Oh, okay.
I could cry thinking about it. That is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, it fell off. Sorry.
I was in a trance. Lana Del Rey, as some of you may know, is my actual favorite artist of all time. She is a poet. She is a lyrical genius. She has the voice of an angel. She's so fucking cool.
She's sober.
She's so stinking cool. I'm still family friendly, guys. On the rebrand.
Yeah, if you missed last week's episode, Bobby's trying to go brand safe without me. So, I don't know how that's going to help because I'm not going to go brand safe.
I'm like a ship without a paddle.
Literally, I'm going to keep saying fuck and fucking it up, and you're going to be like, golly gee willikers. So that's
exactly what was about to come out of my mouth.
That's Bobby's new thing, is being family friendly by himself. So
Lana Del Rey was a religious experience, as expected. We had amazing seats. It was the most beautiful amphitheater, kind of like a Red Rocks vibe.
Was it outside?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Beautiful weather. It was in Nashville.
I don't think I would like it.
That's fine. I think Nashville's really cool, and there's a lot of amazing art and music, obviously, and
I
stuff
just don't
like that.
think it's for me. Vegas and Nashville, I feel like both. I'm like, why does Aaron need to go there?
Right. It's definitely I want to go back to Nashville. It was fun in my early 20s. It's the Vegas of the Midwest, is what they say. That's where everyone goes for their
the country Vegas of the Midwest,
party.
too.
Mm-hmm. And it's cool. I went to the Johnny Cash Museum, which was really fun. There's live music everywhere, which is really cool. But, Broadway Street itself, as cool as it is, it's a touristy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm never really in a rush to go back to Nashville or to drive there because the traffic sucks. But we did have a good time. The traffic wasn't bad on the way home. And then the next day, Friday, was my birthday.
It sure was.
So we had to wake up and drive back to Cincinnati. It's a 5-hour drive.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I wouldn't have gone out.
I was so tired.
But we had a lot of fun.
It was
really
kept it
fun.
chill, and we just stayed at Woodburn and played Heads Up all night.
Yeah, which was really fun. It's my favorite thing to do.
No, you guys, I'm playing Heads Up, and I forget what the category even was, characters or something.
I'm literally going to put the video in here.
So put
funny.
The video. I'll explain it anyway in case they don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
I'm holding up Heads Up, and I'm pretty drunk at this point, and all my friends are just sitting there, and everything I guess first, they say, yeah. Everyone's like, yes.
Patty went around and orchestrated this prank. She went around to everyone and was like, no matter what he says, we're all just going to be like, yeah.
She's so funny for
I
that.
know.
She's awesome. She always has the best and always has had the best like party games and like tricks and like things like that. Like she knows how to get the crowd going.
The first one was David West, something crazy. Like none of us even knew what it was, and they got you to guess Taylor Swift. And
someone said something that was
yes, and you were like, "Wait, really? That's crazy." And we were like, "I know, it's wild." But my favorite one is Bobby is a Disney. Not a Disney adult, because I don't want it to be negative, but you love Disney.
I'm a Disney adult, and I've owned it now.
Period.
But I'm not like, you know.
They know the vibes, hopefully. I don't know.
They know the vibes.
But famously, though, not a Marvel guy, like at all. Like, you just don't give a shit about Marvel. Like, name a Marvel movie.
I almost just said I liked the Iron Chef. And I didn't even mean to say Iron Man either. I was talking about the Iron Giant, which I don't think is Marvel. I think that's Disney.
I don't even know what that is. So, yeah, name a Marvel movie. I don't know.
I can name them. Like,
which one?
Doctor Strange, Wonder Woman is DC.
Off to a great start.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
I don't like dislike it. I just like don't watch it. I don't care about it.
Right.
I'm sure they're good movies. I've heard a lot of them.
Amazing movies.
Yeah.
But the word was fucking Peter Quill, which like even if you are a Marvel person is like kind of a deep cut. Like people don't even. Phil's and I were talking. I told him the story last night, and he was like, "People don't even fuck with Guardians of the Galaxy for real." And I'm like, "That's
Is
crazy.
that with
It's
Groot?
one of my favorite ones." Yeah. And
I liked him better when he was a baby.
me too. I hate adult Groot. I literally want him to be baby Groot forever, which means that he'll just have to keep dying, and I'm okay with that. Because he's a tree.
Oh.
Yeah, like he actually, like they can like plant a little piece of like the other Groot when Groot
I know how
dies and it
trees
becomes
grow.
another. I'm just saying, like the character.
Yeah, I get it.
But his brother was like, "You love him. You love this," and we were like, "What?" And it's fucking Peter Quill, and I just like. It made
I
me
wonder
cry
what
from
Joey
laughter.
thought.
I know, like, what does Joey know who Peter Quill is, and he was
Peter
just fucking with
Quill.
you?
He probably was just like enhancing the bit, like saying like you love this. So I would guess something crazy. And it took me until so long. I mean, you'll put the video in, but
Yeah, it was like
it took me
7
so long, and
guesses
then I
in.
eventually said, just back when I cursed, I said "F you guys" because I got it, and everyone just started laughing.
Cursed.
Oh my god. American Psycho. He's the main like person.
Norman
in
Bates.
Yes!
Patrick!
Yes!
Oh my god,
It's me. Webb.
okay, okay.
Webb. David Webb.
Yes!
Yes!
Wait, Taylor Swift?
Yes!
Yes!
He's a spy. He's a spy. Yeah.
Inspector Gadget.
Yes!
Wait, dead ass. That's so
Dude,
good.
what the
Doing
fuck?
a
Oh my god,
He's
the
the villain in
Batman.
Batman. He's the villain.
Robin.
Yes!
What the fuck, dude?
Are you guys flying?
He's
No,
in
no,
Breaking
no,
Bad
Breaking
too.
Bad, Breaking Bad.
He's like
Walter White.
Yes!
Wait, what? Are you guys
Oh my god,
He's
he's
a
in
guy
that.
with
He's in
a
that.
gun.
Oh, you love it. You love it.
Kangaroo.
Yes!
Yeah, so that was a funny little prank.
It was so crazy. But I had a great birthday once again to everyone that is in my life. I love you. And it means a lot to
Happy
have you guys
birthday.
here. Oh, and then that Sunday, we started kickball.
Bobby and I are on a gay kickball league.
Mm-hmm.
This league just does like sports all year round, and it is one of the most beautiful things I've actually ever seen. Like, it is literally just queer people playing sports together and meeting each other and hanging out afterwards and fostering friendships, and I just love it. Like,
It's so wholesome.
it's so wholesome. I'm so bad at kickball. It's disgusting. I'm so sorry to my team if you guys are watching. Hey Cole, hey Hope.
Hey guys, I'm not very good either, but I didn't do
You're better than me.
Awful.
For sure. I just
my
like,
kicks were too high and I couldn't run
Everyone's
because of my
is.
shoes. And oh my god, what was I sore from? Like
Everyone
the
was
like
sore.
it's like hard to run to a base and like
and then stop.
because like you're not.
You can
sliding.
run through first though. Don't forget.
I never forget.
I went to practice even. Like, I'm committed to the bit. Like, I literally went to practice.
That's amazing.
I know, it was-
Talking about practice. My parents used to always say that, isn't it, from like a video?
That's so funny.
Hold on, I have to take a call.
But I'm so over the bit. Bobby's taking
quit.
me a phone call. you don't know who Tom Brady is or Wayne Brady or whatever, but
Yes,
you
I do.
know a quote from an Allen Iverson post-game interview. Like, it's so funny. Yeah, so kickball's going really well. We won our first game 13-1, which is crazy.
Felt bad.
And then we tied the second game. We lost today. I just can't catch a kickball, and I need to practice.
I think you have to kind of like hug it because it bounces.
Yeah, that's what Jared said too. You gotta tuck your elbows and cradle it, and you have to get under it, and I can't do any of that. So
We can practice.
yeah, how do you practice kickball?
I think you just play kickball like we go to a baseball field and just like throw it and catch it and
Yeah,
kick
we're just
it.
gonna have to get a kickball.
That's fine. They're probably like $6 at
Yeah,
Walmart.
they are.
Yeah. We could probably have one like overnight delivered.
Yeah, we probably can.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. So probably gonna cut out half of that
Keep in the part that we're getting a kickball.
because you're ordering one right now.
No, I want Cole and them to know that we're dedicated to the team.
Cole and Hope, if you're watching this, we are really dedicated to kickball and getting better at it. My
Can't say
boyfriend
that.
and I are literally fine. So cheers to that.
Did you talk at all more? You're just
We
fine.
didn't need to after that one. It was like fine.
Yeah. My boyfriend and I are also fine.
You're what?
Just like, it's like loose. Sometimes we say boyfriend, but it's not really.
We do?
Sometimes. I don't want to put any of this in because no one cares. I just want to keep in the part. Me and my boyfriend are good too. You're what? His sister loves me. I met his mom.
Cute.
Yeah. You would love his fucking sister
I bet.
and her fiance woman.
Nice.
Your face, I'm dead. You have to keep that part in.
Hearing that anyone has a fiance is like bummer.
I said you would love her
Then is it
fiance.
Woman.
You're like, would I?
Got it. You would love her fiance woman is so funny. Oh boy. So that's great. You and your boyfriend are doing great.
Thanks. Did we already talk about how hot Selena Gomez looked at the VMAs?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so last time we talked about guts.
Yeah, we sure did.
I love it now.
Oh, I just broke my nail.
Fuck. I mean, great Scott.
The next topic is, I feel like I can't decide if I want to talk about this or not because Phil's and I talked about it the other day and I feel like I already said it all.
Well, let me say
I
some
hate
shit.
when that happens. You know what I mean? When like I already talk about something and then I...
That's why we don't talk.
That's
about
why we don't
anything.
talk. Paw Patrol is getting their first non-binary character. And someone I know very dearly had some fucked up shit to say about it. It pissed me off so bad.
Oh, yeah,
and it's just so fucking stupid. And this person was like, this is so fucked up. Like, why are we teaching our kids this shit?
Because they're dogs? No, I'm just kidding.
It's like,
That
first
is
of all,
funny,
bitch,
though.
it's a
But my
fucking
fish-
cartoon about dog cops.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all,
It's
and-
really popular, so that's amazing. That
no,
kids
it's
are
so
going to have
amazing. But it's
representation.
just like, I just can't. Why? It's just so unfortunate that things have become so politicized. This is what Phil's and I were talking about. Because, like, there's really not anything in the Bible about genders. Like, non-binary was not like a thing when the Bible was written. Like, they're not, like, there's nothing like that explicitly tells them that this is wrong. So it's just like, what? How did you decide that not identifying with a gender was like bad? Like, why do you care? What does it have to do with anything?
I wonder if it's because the queer community accepted non-binary, like as the LGBTQ plus.
And that's what I'm saying is like everything
So
is
then
so
they-
politicized. Like you've just been told.
So then everyone that's
by
against
your
gay
party,
people are.
Yeah, like you've been told to not fuck with that. Like when you really sit down and think about it.
But also, there's so much stuff in the Bible about like gender roles. Like a woman needs to bear a child, so like that.
Yeah,
I could
but
see how
even
that would be
still,
going
like,
against your gender role. But also, like, I quite literally, don't give a root's hoot about the Bible. Like, I literally don't care.
No, me either. I always try to identify like a root of their thinking.
They're all
of
sheep.
like, well, yes.
Hateful people are telling them that if you're a Christian, you believe this. So then all
Yeah.
Christians are, well, not all Christians. That was an insane thing to say. But no, I mean, Patty, she brought that amazing bit to the game. And Patty loves everyone. But yeah, so then some people, I just think that
Religion is so fucking stupid and we shouldn't talk about it again. Watch last episode. Because if you heard the word homosexual was never in the Bible, it wasn't in the Bible till 19 something. The word it relates to translates closest to pedophilia. And so, like, the idea is that, like, originally what they wrote in the Bible is that man should never lay with boy. But the Catholic priest changed it to, like, make this anti-gay agenda to man should never lay with man. Because they wanted to erase the fact that what they were doing was wrong and put the heat on someone else.
Right.
A scapegoat.
I will not be your scapegoat, Father Jeff, who's in prison. Should we say a Hail Mary?
No. You said that last time, and I need you to understand that I don't know what those are because only Catholics do that. This is so funny. This is so old, like so old by the time Tuesday rolls around that like I might have to cut this. But just the way I wrote it is so funny. The girl who gave the over-the-pants hand job at Beetlejuice the musical was a fucking Republican senator. Things that would give Romeo and Juliet a stroke.
I don't think Romeo and Juliet would be fazed by that, like, specifically. And Romeo and Juliet aren't real. I think you meant, like...
Wait, are you sure?
Am I sure that the fake play that Shakespeare wrote, the most famous play of all time, isn't real? I think so.
I thought they were people.
No, that's not even the, like, bit either. Like, people say that would give... Like George Washington.
Someone from the 1800s a stroke.
Romeo and Juliet.
Right,
and that wasn't the funny part about it to you?
I thought they were real.
No, baby. Hamlet was real.
Okay, so how was I to know?
Wait. Was Hamlet? No, Hamlet wasn't real.
I don't know why you're asking me. I don't know
I meant
shit
Hamilton,
about
but that
dick.
wasn't written by Shakespeare. That was famously written by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Hamlet?
Hamilton.
Oh, not in the same spot as the apple cobbler grease. Maybe it'll help. It's like club soda vibes. I probably blew my nose with that if I had to guess.
It seems like only right there.
Yeah.
This is going to be a funny one.
I hope. Right, so apparently Romeo and Juliet are not real people. But
Wait,
I think
there's
it's
no
still
way
funny.
You actually believed that.
The way that I don't know anything about Shakespeare, I don't give two shits of a dick about anything about that. I don't
Good night,
care.
parting is such sweet sorrow.
What the fuck is that?
A sonnet from Shakespeare.
Right, I don't know. All I have is a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Wherefore art thou, Romeo? Wherefore for art thou?
I'm right here, bitch. Is
You
what he
got-
says back. I was in Midsummer Night's Dream and Romeo and Juliet. In Romeo and Juliet, I was Balthasar.
Is that not a Pokemon?
And I had one line, and it was, "No, my good lord." And the good lord in question
That's it?
was my best friend Tyler, and he was Romeo.
Dasani?
Yep. And it was always
Who will not watch
so
this?
funny because he was always the lead and I was always like the side character. And I would always just like go like smoke and like hang out and
he'd be like rehearsing.
I don't think I was smoking actually at rehearsal. That's insane. But like I would go dick
Smoking
around.
at school.
I know.
Ooh.
I slipped up.
And you smoke.
I don't. But I would always just like dick around the whole rehearsal, and I would be like, "You're like doing real work and memorizing so many lines," and I would come in and be like, "No, my good lord."
No, my good lord.
See myself out. I loved theater though. That was my favorite part of high school, I think, besides the partying. I'm not kidding. I am planning my high school reunion, and I'm not. It's stressing me out.
I can't believe you're doing that.
Yeah.
So do you not want to talk about it or what?
I guess I have nothing else to say other than it's stressing me out, but I did want to say that the header of the Facebook page that I created like a year ago literally says, "Caught between wanting an amazing high school reunion but not wanting to look weird for taking initiative. LOL, I swear I've moved on."
I can't believe you made that the header of the
I know.
Facebook
And I
page.
thought about changing it so many times. I'm like, it's so funny. And like when I made it people like laughed at it.
Okay.
But like my friends.
Bro.
Which is funny because they're my friends from high school, so maybe I haven't moved on.
I got involved with planning my high school reunion because our student government student council, whatever.
And before you continue, this story is why I try to plan mine a
Yes.
year early.
Because so I found out that it was happening. Like there was like a group for it I got invited to. So I found this group about it and I joined and I was like, oh, like if you guys need any help, like I'm totally willing to help. I'm an event planner. Like I can do it all. I'll do anything. So it ends up being like the guy, I don't want to be mean.
You know that guy's gonna watch this?
No, but I just don't want it to even like be mean.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. About the guy specifically.
Yeah, but it's like that's kind of the whole crux of the whole story. So
They didn't have a reunion. Is the crux of the whole story.
Planning got so fucking weird, and I'm not gonna get into the details because I don't want
Wanna
to
be mean.
Because I don't want to be mean, and like I don't think it's mean what I'm saying. It's just factual, but like I don't even want to come off as mean. Like so, I'm just not gonna talk about this. What I will say though is that I think it's really fucking annoying that our student government, student council, whatever, who is the people who are supposed to plan these things, they were just like, yeah, no, none of us want to do it. We talked about it, and we're like,
We talked about it and we
okay.
don't want to do it.
Yeah, like literally. They want to do a 20-year one and not a 10-year one. So they were just like, you guys are on your own. And I just think that's like
Sad.
rude of them. Like
I think it's rude of them and just
the majority of the class wants you to do it. Like, sorry, you guys all moved to fucking Chicago or whatever. Like, I don't know.
We're having a meeting, like a Zoom call this week, like with the people that are helping.
That's where ours went down.
No, but
fucking
I
hill.
personally know,
I know.
all these people.
So much cooler. And that's what it came down to is like, if I have to plan it with the specific people who are already trying to plan it, who were doing nothing, I'm so sorry. Like, I will talk about it actually, because it's not even mean. We got on this fucking Zoom call with like 4 people that like I don't remember, didn't know. I don't think they knew me. They didn't know each other. Like it was weird vibes. We got on this Zoom call and no one spoke for 30 fucking minutes. It was just me being like, okay, so what do you guys think about this? No one would answer. They were all on mute the entire time. Like one person kind of spoke. And that was it. And as soon as we hung up, I was just like, okay, well, either I plan it on my own and I kick these babies out, or I'm not a part of this. Because, like, I wouldn't have never been able to plan it with them, and they didn't plan it. So now I regret, like, not just being like, but how do you even go about that? Like, hey, guys, I'm actually going to plan it with a completely different group of people. Thank you so much for your help.
Right.
Like, but
I
they
would've
just
just
weren't
given up, too.
doing it. So I was just like, well, it's rude if I do it on my own, and it won't get done if I do it with them. So I guess we just aren't having a reunion. I don't know.
We are, August 3rd.
I like want to come. I'm like salty as fuck. Like,
Come.
it's not like that.
I know, but I'm planning it.
I know.
A little +1.
I wish you could bring like literally all your friends that are just.
I
Like,
am bringing
didn't
all my
go
friends
there.
because all my friends are from high school.
Anywho, do you know how we got here? The topic was the over the pants fucking hand job at Beetlejuice the musical. Anyway, so that's so old or whatever. Like that was like 3 weeks ago. We should have talked about it last episode. But I had seen that someone got an over the pants hand job at a musical or something.
That's
like I had
crazy.
seen little.
No matter who you are, that's crazy, let alone a public figure.
Okay, so that's what it was. So like that's old news, but like literally last week I found out that it's a Republican senator. Like I
Yeah.
thought it was literally just a random person.
Oh.
And then I found out it's a fucking senator.
See,
and
I heard
that's
about it like a few
crazy.
days ago, and I knew it was the.
Yeah,
that literally
I saw a
was like,
video
I
of
don't
her
care.
leaving the airport, and TMZ's like fucking interviewing her, and it was so weird and uncomfortable.
Like how was
like,
giving the hand job? Do you have
that's
carpal
so
tunnel?
embarrassing. Like
At Beetlejuice, pay attention. That's a really good musical, I hear. I'm not kidding.
I hear. I never seen it. Didn't know that was a thing.
You never seen the movie? No, you should watch
I've never
it this
seen
Halloween
most
season.
movies. I've never seen most.
It's almost time for my
Classics.
31 days of spooky
Oh
content.
yeah, love that. I can't
Love
wait.
that.
Okay, my next topic is Bobby's book. Tell them about
Oh
your
my god,
book.
that was my topic
Tell
earlier that
them about your book.
Guys, I haven't finished writing my book.
Oh.
And it comes out on Friday.
I wanted you to like just talk about it.
I know, but I had to, that was my topic, is how I haven't finished writing my book. I haven't organized it. I haven't structured it. It's stressing me out. But then I remembered I'm only sending it to people that like ordered it. Like it's not just going to be like read. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like fine about like, I was nervous about like the content of it a little bit, but like now I'm not because it's just my life and like I have nothing to be ashamed of.
Totally.
But it's really mostly like free writing and like journal entries and stuff like that. And actually talking that out now makes me feel better about it because I don't really care. I have to pee.
Okay.
Love you guys. I have to make a public apology. Do you have a ukulele?
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding about that, but
The whole thing?
no. Guys, I wanted to publicly apologize for my hair because I just looked in the mirror and like part of it was sticking out. I ran out of the hair gel that I like and use, so I ran down to CVS and got like Old Spice just like cream, and it like doesn't stay. You know what I mean? Like it just like.
I'm sure they didn't care or notice.
I know,
thought
but
you were
I
gonna
cared and
apologize
noticed.
for the staring because you were freaking out about that when we were watching it.
Oh fuck! Why didn't you remind me? I've been staring the whole time.
I had no idea. I didn't know the first time either. I also didn't notice it when I was watching
When
it.
I watched the last episode, I was like,
Once you pointed
and
out,
I hate the.
but you were
I
staring
hate-
at me, which almost was like, oh my god, stop.
I know, and I didn't like my side profile or the way my mouth was agape, and I was just.
Agape.
I know.
I peed. We smoked again. I smoked. Sorry, Bobby didn't smoke or pee.
I did pee. That's not. You can pee and be family friendly.
Yes, and you should. Fuck you, by the way. You literally were like, I have so much to say. I have so many topics, and now here I am just pulling topics.
I
out
wonder
my
what I was
ass.
thinking because I thought of them.
Well, you need to write them down.
I usually do.
Okay. I just do have topics.
Oh, then talk.
Okay, so I was just saying, like, fuck you.
No, for sure. But what I would have said is, oh, for Pete's sake.
So on our last podcast, 2 podcasts ago, we mentioned don't bring up Joe Jonas. We don't want to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it. You can't make us talk about it. We don't care. You can't make us care.
They made us care.
And
but
then
now I don't care again,
Bobby
which is the
texted me
funniest
the
part.
other day and said we might have to start caring about Joe Jonas. And I'm like, no, I've been thinking the same thing. Only because he kidnapped his children. Like, he abducted his own kids.
But he didn't. I think he just like was like, I'm taking them. I don't know what happened. I didn't read the article. I just saw the tweets.
His wife is English, so they have a home there.
Mm-hmm.
And when he left for tour, he took the kids with him, like on tour. And they're like children. Like, it's just bizarre and weird. And now they're like...
Oh, I did see the thing where she posted all of the... Or not posted, but like gave to court like all of the places they stayed each night. And it was like always a different hotel and
because
city.
he has them on fucking tour and he won't give them back to her now. Like, he's doing... I forget exactly what it is, but he's doing something so that they like can't go back to
But
the
then they
UK.
just got pictures the other day of them all together.
What?
Bro. We should have researched this, for crying out loud.
What? I guess we should care so we can be a little more...
Well, Kathy Griffin sides with Sophie Turner, so that's all I need to know.
Don't we all?
Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner are divorcing. Here's everything that's gone down since their surprise announcement. I'll do a quick little. Joe Jonas files for divorce. Debates begin in the media.
Because he's doing a smear campaign of her online, which I already know when someone's
How she was out too much. And
Yeah, like when someone's doing that, they're the fucked up one.
Sophie Turner gets support from celebrity friends. Wait, which is so funny because on the 19th, Sophie Turner meets with Taylor Swift. On the 21st, she files a lawsuit.
Literally.
There is no way she didn't get legal advice from that girl.
Of course.
That's crazy.
But what's crazy is that I saw something where Joe Jonas was like, Taylor and Sophie aren't even that close of friends. Like, why? Like, he's being such a little bitch. And she
He
didn't
said
even,
that?
Yes. He literally said they're not even close. Because this is how he knows they're not close. Because he bought them tickets to one of Taylor Swift's concerts and she did not comp them. So now he's saying like they're not even friends.
Because he's probably a fucking
He's
asshole.
being a little bitch.
He's probably like genuinely an asshole, and Taylor Swift doesn't like him because she would comp like she had Taylor Swift cartwheeling on stage, you know, or Taylor Lautner.
Cartwheeling on stage.
Joe Jonas gets emotional on stage.
I saw him say like, "Don't believe anything unless it's from my mouth."
No, he said, do we have any parents in the house? If you're trying to have kids, best of luck on the 21st.
It's a weird.
The same
fucking
day
thing
that
to
she files a
say.
lawsuit, which I guess makes sense. Like, that's fair advice. Like, don't have fucking kids. Don't have stinking kids.
Is that the end?
Joe Jonas Sophie Turner pictured out to dinner with daughters 4 days before the filed lawsuit.
Oh, well, that's fine and normal. They're having dinner with their family. All that to say, again, it's piqued our interest, but we still don't know enough to research it, and we won't be doing research. So don't watch this podcast if you're trying to get info on Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas. So I have a topic that is a bit of a follow-up to our topic last week, the Mila Kunis Ashton Kutcher controversy. Because I forgot about like a literal whole fucking piece of it. That is just not a conspiracy theory. It's actually just fucked, and it's just happening.
What?
So there's this woman named Chrissy Bexley. Guys, I'm so sorry. Her name is just Chrissy Bixler. I'm so sorry. Like, we clearly know nothing about this. We are not qualified to speak on any of the following. And allegedly, in my opinion, this is all alleged. And she is the rapist's ex-girlfriend from a long time ago. Like, was his girlfriend during that 70s show. Mm-hmm. And she posted like black screen white text on her Instagram story and was basically like being very vague but very threatening in a way of like, you guys forget. You forgot about me and you forgot what I know. She was basically just shaming Ashton and Mila Kunis for writing those character statements. She said something about Mila Kunis. I don't remember exactly what she said, and she was just going on and on about Ashton Kutcher. And then she said, you forget that he, the rapist, her boyfriend at the time, had you on speakerphone the night of February 21st, whatever. Then you look up what that date is, and it's the day that Ashton Kutcher's girlfriend died. Are you familiar with this story?
Yes.
Okay. Not his girlfriend. But so Ashton Kutcher, if you're not familiar, I don't know how you could not be at this point, but Ashton Kutcher
He like went on a date
with this girl. I think it was their first date. Mm-hmm. And
she got stabbed.
She was stabbed like 48 times inside of her apartment when he arrived. But he claims that he couldn't get inside. He called the cops right away. Like whatever.
Couldn't get inside.
Like it was locked. Like he went there to pick her up. She wasn't answering.
But why would he try to get in?
Because she wasn't answering. He was just like picking her up for her date.
On the first date, you're going to break into someone's place?
I think something happened in the window or like
I think
something.
He stabbed her, bro.
No, he didn't.
I know he didn't.
Like, no, he didn't.
I know.
But like he claims that he couldn't get in. But there are other people, including Chrissy Bexley and her friends who were on the phone that night, allegedly, that claim that he did go inside. He saw that she was stabbed, and then he didn't call the cops for like an hour. He called his team. He called his friends to try to figure out like what to do. And I know. So like,
I would call 911. Actually, first.
For sure.
Actually, no, I don't
but
know.
Also,
I might call
like, if
my dad.
I was like a 19, exactly. Like, if I was 19 and I just had, maybe even younger, I have no idea.
Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah. He was so young, first of all. I would call my dad. And also, he was so famous. And,
he's like, I just touched the door handle. I just walked in. Like, I need to make sure that if I do call the cops, like, they don't think it was me because it wasn't. Like, whatever. So, anyway, everyone's, like, freaked out about this. And so, at first, I thought it was a theory that like maybe he killed her. And if that was a possibility, I'd be on board with that. I'd be like, wow, that's crazy. Maybe he did, whatever. But as far as attacking him for not calling the cops right away and calling other people first, like maybe I'm not understanding the story fully, but like I just feel like that's what I would do. If I found a dead body, I think I would call Mackenzie. Like, and be like,
my first date is dead.
No.
Like, literally.
Like, I guess I would call the cops first, but I'm such a don't call the cops ass bitch, too. Like, I would be like, I'm always worried that if I call the cops, they're going to mishandle the situation. So I, like, always calibrate before I call 911. Because I've seen it go awry too many times when you call the cops. Like, I think you need to, like, really assess the situation before you just call the cops, because not every situation
I'm just trying to imagine, like, if I'm going on a first date.
I cannot imagine this.
No, like, I probably would just be in shock and, like, run out and scream and run and think there was I would probably call my dad. I'm not kidding. Like, I would call my dad first.
And he'd probably tell you to call the cops.
He would be like, yeah, call 911.
I don't think it would take me an hour to call the cops. I'd probably make, like, one phone call first.
It would be, like, 5 minutes for me tops.
Yeah.
I would probably throw up.
I know, right? God, I can't even
I
imagine.
threw up when Brooke cracked her head open. So,
Yeah.
like,
I guess I just don't really get the angle. Like, unless he was involved in the killing, like, why is it so, like, shady?
I think because, like, on the off chance that if he saw her and she wasn't, like, dead.
Yeah, exactly. But she was, like, bleeding out, stabbed 48 times. I think he knew.
I feel you. But I think maybe that's why.
Yeah, and I mean, it's probably just the vibes of, like, you were more worried about, like, your image or, like, what could happen to you than, like, potentially saving her life or
which is so
getting
true.
her justice. Like,
It
I
is
get
selfish.
that. I totally get that.
But I would have.
I think if it exactly,
I wouldn't have
like,
called my team.
No, my God, no.
Hell no. I wouldn't have even told my team.
I just feel like
Yeah, I would have. I guess.
Yeah, I just feel like if it had been less time, then I would be like, okay, you guys are being so dramatic. Who cares? But because it was like an hour, that's like weird. Anyway, that was that. And then my friend said that we also need to get into the fact that Thorn, which is like his rescuing child sex trafficking victims or whatever, is like actually a front for surveillance technology or something. She sent me a TikTok about it. I forgot to watch it.
No,
Sorry,
I think they're
Ricky.
two separate things. Like, he talks about both of them. I'm not trying to, like...
I don't know anything. I've never heard him talk about anything.
I do know about him that he does a lot in, like, the tech industry, but he also does, like, the sex trafficking, and so does Mila. But I don't know. Like, it's all shady.
So our theory is that they're Scientologists.
Probably.
Well, I watched the video, and that seems fucked up and true, and I believe it. Fuck them.
Yeah, I'm scared. But also, Karma is a cat purring in my lap because it loves me.
Period. We've done some research, and we actually believe all the conspiracy theories about Ashton Kutcher, and I believe they're Scientologists.
I agree.
On top of everything.
Yeah.
So, cool.
Could we do, like, an anti-fist bump?
Like,
start...
We watched that video and it actually started getting really fucking dark, and we were like, this might be too dark for the podcast.
I started petting
like,
the cat.
No, it's literally
I'm gonna
like
have
some
hives.
fucked up like Jeffrey Epstein shit. So you said you had a topic on the topic of spooky, scary murder.
Yeah, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Do you remember this movie?
Of course. One missed call. And of course
That's
we're all
not even
learning
a
to play
scary-
that on the piano.
You can? Oh, yeah, we all did. Is that yeah. And you know me as a prankster. It was crazy.
Yeah, I bet. I would have.
Now this one's actually not okay.
I think I'm gonna cry. That song was stuck in my head the other day at night. So if you know from the last episode, I'm already scared because it's nighttime, and I was peeing and it was stuck in my head, and I was like, no, this is not okay. Something horrible is about to happen, but it didn't.
I'm so scared.
Yeah, me
Insidious. I could not sleep for like a month.
Insidious is the one and only horror film that I have ever actually audibly screamed out loud. And I was in college and all my roommates were asleep, and I was watching it with one of my friends or roommates or whatever. And that scene where they're like
in the kitchen.
And
the guy is behind him when it pans back to him. Yep.
I
If
went,
you know, you know, which
and literally
everyone
woke
knows,
up
it was so
all of my
popular.
roommates, and they all came out so fucking pissed. And I was just like, I'm really sorry. Like, I had no idea that was going to come out of me. That was horrifying.
I could not sleep for like a month after that movie. That movie made me realize I really, really don't like scary movies. Like, I like good ones. Like, I'll watch like...
Have you seen Hereditary?
I heard that was horrific.
It's the scariest movie I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, exactly. So, no, I'm not going to watch that.
Oh.
I'd rather watch like Blue's Clues.
Right. I love scary movies. I watch them like this, but I love them.
I cannot.
I'm obsessed. I like cannot wait for spooky season.
And you watch them alone?
What?
Would you watch a scary movie alone, or do you watch them with
No.
Phils? Exactly.
I watch them with anybody.
Okay, I'm saying like, would you? I'm like usually watching movies by myself, like at my place.
Yeah,
like,
well, I would never do that.
And like, I'm not going to a theater to see a scary movie because
Oh,
of
I
how
am.
loud and big
I
it
love.
is.
Me and Asmara saw Smile. Oh, it was so good. My favorite thing is going to the theater. That was not okay.
I hope
because I feel tears in my eyes. It was so close to what they actually look like that I'm like not okay right now. I love going to a theater to see a scary movie. I love having my little snacks, and I love the surround sound, and I love the community of it all. But because we live in such a crazy time, every time I see a scary movie, I'm like scared that like some psychopath is gonna do like some psycho shit, because it's like, ooh, the Joker, or like whatever the fuck. So I'm like horrified of seeing movies in theaters a little bit.
Yeah.
This episode got dark.
I recently watched that new Disney movie, Elemental.
Me too!
Did you cry?
Like last week.
I watched it last night, or 2 nights ago, or
Yes,
some
I
shit.
cried, obviously.
Yeah, I cried too.
It was so adorable.
Bleep. Was sobbing. It was so cute. Because I thought I was going to be like a mess, but I cried a cute cry, and I was just like blubbering. I was like, that is so cute.
No, Phil.
And now we keep doing the bit of like, at any minor inconvenience, wah! Like Wade Ripple, the boyfriend.
I
He always just
love
like, they all
Wade.
just cry.
I thought you were gonna say, "Oh fuck."
I wasn't going to say that because I would say, gee willikers.
I thought you were gonna say you guys are doing a bit where you're like, they left him alone in the woods.
Is that part of the movie?
No, I can't do this. Like, I know it's like a funny bit that you forget everything, but like I'm referencing last week's podcast and you don't remember it.
Yeah, I don't. Fox and the Hound?
Yeah.
That's what I thought you were talking about, but I was like, what is that? Yeah.
I thought you were saying that like now you guys like you, and I forgot that he doesn't watch podcasts and he doesn't know about it and whatever.
I get it now.
But
and
I
you're
want
right.
I want that to be our bit.
I
And
do
he left
remember.
him alone in the woods. Like, I think that's so
so
funny. It's like
sad.
playing on an endless loop.
And
in
then
my
the
head.
Tigger movie. He didn't have a
Yeah.
fucking family. A freaking goddamn shit fuck cunt family. I'm just kidding.
Bobby breaks his silence.
Should we wrap up? Do
Yeah.
we have another topic?
Nope.
Wrap up. All right.
Well, my only other topic was to address the bees.
Oh my god, we didn't talk about the bees.
Yeah,
Guys, has anyone noticed lately?
they all have. Like, there's no way that they haven't. It's like
The bees are everywhere lately.
okay. So
They were
in-
today at
in
the restaurant at
Cincinnati,
O'Brien's.
Ohio. Of course they were.
They were on my
at
hand.
kickball.
They kissed me on the cheek.
I got stung last week at fucking kickball.
Yeah,
Like,
she did get stung at kickball.
So let me give you a little backstory about me. So on the topic of fears, since
Jerry
that seems
Springer.
to be what?
Or Jerry Seinfeld, the bee movie.
Yes. R.I.P. Jerry Springer. I love you so
Jerry
much.
Seinfeld is my biggest fear.
So we keep bringing up fears, and if like my top 3 fears are gonna go ahead and be throwing up, drowning in the ocean, and bees and wasps. Wasps more than bees, but okay, like I'm so horrified of them, and they've been like, it's bad, and to the point where like everyone's talking about it. Everyone knows people are getting stung left and right. Like they're like they're like yellow jackets.
Who else got stung?
Someone.
Literally anyone. Did you even get stung, or did you
No.
get bit by like a mosquito?
I got stung. Genuinely
She
got
got
stung.
stung.
And you literally told me you saw the bee fall
I did see the bee fall.
because it died, because it stung me, because that's how bees work. I think they sting when they're scared. That's the thing
Well,
about
I'm
bees.
scared, and
I
if
know.
they knew that I was, they probably
The
would.
thing
choke.
about bees, this is why like I don't fuck with wasps, but like I respect bees. Like if a bee is going to sting you, like they need to mean that shit. Like they need to be scared for their life, which is such a backwards, like God is evil. But or whatever. But they
That's
get
actually
one
crazy to
shot
think about.
at stinging you, and then they fucking die. So like if a bee has to like mean it, a wasp can literally just sting you a million times and then fly away. And wasps are angry and they're vengeful and they're evil, and I know this. Anywho, so there's so many fucking bees around Cincinnati, and it's like to the point where it's like crazy. Like I've never seen anything like it.
I haven't either.
I've been trying to Google, like, was there a hive that got broken up? Like, is there like some underground? And I did find there's like a building that has like a hive so bad it has like millions of bees in its walls, but they haven't, like, they're still there. As long as the queen is alive and well, they will not go anywhere else.
Oh, I know.
So that's why I'm saying, like, there has to be something that
We should have the
happened.
queen on the podcast. Like, so how long have you been serving cunt?
and I can't find anything. All I found was a fucking Reddit thread of like, oh my God, the bees were so bad at 50 West. And it was like a Karen like blaming the restaurant. It was so annoying. That's all I found. I would like to get to the bottom of it. If anyone knows, if anyone has any information, please call my phone and tell me what's going on. I just wanted to address that with like our fans, our viewers. I'm gonna clip that. I genuinely hope that clip goes viral just so that I can get an answer. Like, I hope that clip reaches every single last person in Cincinnati and someone knows the answer and they respond.
I'll help you.
And we'll have you on the podcast if you can please help.
Let us know. We should talk to the zoo.
Maybe the zoo
I'll
knows.
email them. Swear to God.
And be like, hey guys, just
What's up?
wondering.
Yeah, like, would there
what's
be
up?
any reason that the bees are heavier this year? Anywho.
Anyway, so I guess that's episode 6. Thank you guys so much for watching. This one is crazy.
This one was fun.
I don't know if it was.
I never fell off my vibe.
I think this might be one of the worst to edit ever.
We went really long.
Because we went really long and there were so many tangents. Like, to the
But I
point
think
where
people
we
like the
lost the
tangents.
plot.
No, we didn't. Talked about religion.
I never keep in as many tangents as there really are, because we go.
That was the cat. That was a bee.
I know. Literally, I'm like traumatized inside. I'm like,
I love you
my
guys.
goodness. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you next week.
Cool.
Cool.
You weren't recording the whole time.
Stop.